Good afternoon, folks. Mike Wells, your World Explorer. Today is April the 19th, 2025, and we are currently looking at the cashew apple trees, and they are starting to bloom. So if we get a closer look here, we can see that there are flowers. Now these flowers emit a pretty pungent scent. It's very nice. It's not offensive or intrusive to the nostrils, so don't be afraid of that. But it looks like these trees are going into production. Now, it's been an unusually cold year so far, for a lot longer than anticipated. If you look higher into the canopy, you can see more flower clusters. That's a great sign. These cashew apples are definitely going to be producing heavily this year. Now this is a cluster of cashew trees that we have on this side of the property. They aren't looking bad at all. Look at these clusters of flowers. There's some good ones here too. Look at that. We're gonna get a boatload of cashews this year. I'm really excited about this. Now, I haven't done anything with the cashews that we've already harvested from previous years, except for store them in refrigeration, and I've also stored them in dry storage in the garage, so there's that. But I would like to do an experiment going forward of whether or not they will sprout after a few years of storage. But you can see here, we are going to get an unbelievable amount of production this year. Now, I don't know if you've been following, maybe you have, maybe you haven't, but there's a backstory at the top right of this video, at the end of the video, that will lead you to the playlist of all of the backstory videos that are covering these cashew apple trees. So basically we have covered the cashew apple trees from babies, from seedlings. We sprouted them. We covered the experimental sprouting videos, and we've covered them all the way up into now. So you can check the backstory on these cashew apples at the top right of this video by just clicking on that link at the end of this video. Now, due to a hurricane last year, we had some cashew apples on the other side of the property that leaned over really badly, so I had to trim the canopies off of them because they were tall like these, and I had to give them a new start. Let's go take a look at them now. Okay, here they are. As you can tell, my camera's not all shaky. That's because I'm using a new gimbal device to do my filming and recording. But here are the trees. These guys might take the growing season of this year to actually come back, but what's important is the root structures have reestablished. So throughout the grow season of this year, the root structures should reestablish well, and then next year the production will reconvene. But this year, I'm not so sure we're gonna get a lot of production out of these guys. You can see some up top here, but not a whole lot. They just need to regenerate. We've got a few experiments going on with these guys down here too, as you can see. We'll cover that in another video. There's a bunch of holes in that tree trunk piece right there. But over here, a bunch of new growth. It's trying to reestablish and reset. In due time, I think we're gonna get exactly what we're looking for. A little bit of production coming out of these guys up here. But yeah, the cashew apple will grow in Florida. We're located at the inner, I guess we're like between zones 9B and 10A. And We don't have any spectacular grow medium. It's just this Florida sugar sand. Once these guys get big enough, they tap into the water table. Here the water table may be 8 feet down. It's not very far down at all. So once they're there, they're not going to have any trouble producing or growing without any kind of assistance. So that's just a little bit of information that you might want if you're trying to grow the cashews here in the state of Florida. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Definitely helps the channel grow. And let me show you something real quick. This is last year's production. It's a pretty deep pan. But yeah, you can get tons of cashews. It's ridiculous. Have a great day.